Hello everybody, this is Dana with Shear Mechanics and Advanced Sharpening Technologies. Today I get to introduce to you the ADEMS Full Drive Evolution. This is going to be fun. Okay everybody, this is the ADEMS Full Drive Evolution. Before I start showing off all the bells and whistles, let's talk first a little bit about what's on the inside of the machine. I've seen a lot of machines in my days, and I'll tell you what, the ADEMS is extremely impressive. So here are some of the key internal features. The motor in here. It's got the most powerful motor of any flat hone in the market today. It's a full 1/3 horsepower. It is a beast. The motor is also braced internally with brackets, not just anchored in from the top like many other of the machines on the market. Then we can move to the VFD. Okay, the variable frequency drive. This is fully integrated with custom programmable features for suiting various speeds, torque values, and braking needs. The VFD also has a very visible digital speed control for very accurate speed adjustments. Then we move on to the internal electronics over here. ADEMS realized the need for durable electronics, so they put in commercial grade electronics for long-lasting and heavy-duty use within the sharpening industry. And then lastly, the drive system. The drive system on the Full Drive Evolution is very unique. This system mounts to the motor casing internally and then extends upwards surrounding the motor shaft and finally joins with the turntable plate using a series of internal seal bearings that takes all the pressure off the motor and transfers all power, giving the machine an incredible smoothness and unheard of low vibration and run out. The result is an incredibly smooth running machine. Okay, so let's talk about the outside of the Full Drive now. All the external features. The new Full Drive Evolution comes in two versions. Comes in a stainless steel version like the one you're seeing in the video, and then there'll also be a painted version that's blue and gold that all the Evolution series machines will be a part of. The casing design is new and improved as well, that allows for different size plates, providing a wider range of sharpening applications, which I'll be going over a little bit later on in the video. Also, the casing gives an improved field of view for monitoring sharpening speeds on the digital readout, also giving improved access to all your operational controls. And looking towards the sides, you'll very quickly notice the end panels that light up when you turn on the machine. This is just one more thing that should impress the buyer on these machines. The fit and finish is absolutely remarkable. Just another attention to detail that ADEMS is so well known for. And then the arm, the creme de la creme. The sharpening arm that comes with the Full Drive Evolution is only available in the United States, as with any Evolution series machine, but the arm is something that I am personally very proud of. I had a very large part in developing this arm to fit the U.S. sharpener's needs. As a sharpener, I modified the standard arm to fit very specific needs that I had as a sharpener. As a metal machinist, making these modifications allowed my creativity to move to more exciting heights of accuracy. And then as an educator and a trainer, these modifications that I made to the arm very quickly, I came to realize, made drastic improvements to the people that I have trained to sharpen. This includes new sharpeners with no experience, and then seasoned veterans with years of experience that just wanted some more advanced training. The bottom line is this arm is absolutely awesome to the sharpener. There is no other arm on the market that can match the precision or the accuracy of this arm. Furthermore, it is the only arm and clamp system that truly mimics freehand sharpening, and I will be talking a little bit more about that and demonstrating it a little bit later on in this video. Okay, so let's take a test drive with the Full Drive Evolution. In this video, I'll be showing and explaining to you all of the various functions and many of the how-tos in getting the most performance out of this machine. So let's start with a brief description of some of its features. We'll start with the arms. All pivot areas on the connecting arms of the Full Drive are integrated with several sealed bearings. This gives the arm a zero free play tolerance, meaning that the arm will always maintain its incredibly smooth performance and it will never wear out. There are also micro adjustments in the arm that can be made to the arm to fit the owner's specific feel. The stop block. The stop block is a very necessary feature and sometimes very overlooked with other machines. Different scissors with different lengths all require different positioning stop points in the sharpening process. This includes straights, curves, texturizers, and thinners, and many more. The reason is all scissors have different geometry values, so positioning the scissor at the beginning of the sharpening process with the stop block is key. Then repositioning the scissor at the same exact location between abrasive plate changes is crucial to the sharpening accuracy. The stop block is fully adjustable for all scissors, either right-handed or left. Let me demonstrate. So when you're starting to sharpen a scissor, you always want to have a place of actually an anchor point of where you want that position of that scissor to stop at. So when you're convexing, say if you're in this position right here, okay, as you're sharpening you need to make a plate change. Well, you can bring the arm back over, take your plate off, reposition your plate back on the machine, if I can get it on there, and always be able to return to the exact same place back in the sharpening process. This absolutely guarantees precision and accuracy. Okay, so moving on to the clamp head. The clamp head is extremely user-friendly, very easy to use and very accurate. The clamp head also has been integrated with sealed bearings, giving the rotating arm a very, very silky feel to the sharpener. The lockdown screw on the head that is used to lock down a specific angle can be positioned either on the right side or the left-hand side to accommodate for right-handed or left-handed sharpeners. You can put the screw for right-handed sharpeners over here, and for left-handed sharpeners you can put it over here. Makes making your adjustments a little bit easier. Okay, let's move on to the rotating ring and arm. The rotating arm is very unique. There are 3 rotating rings positioned on the arm. These rings are completely customizable to the sharpener's feel and position. The rings are positioned with the cutouts on the right side and the left side in line with each other that allow for different shape handles to pass through without obstruction on both the right and left-handed scissors without any additional setup changes. The rings also serve as an additional accuracy purpose. They allow for perfect rotation, circular rotation of a scissor no matter the size of the blade. With all other clamping systems on various machines, you're generally holding the clamp and the scissor at the same time, as you're watching in the demonstration shown in the picture-in-picture. Okay, the first video that I want to show you is with this clamp. This is not the ADEMS clamp, but this is a very popular clamp on the market and very similar to many clamps that are out there. But notice as you're turning, it's more of it's an oval rotation rather than a round rotation, where this is round. Okay, there's a lot of movement on the clamp, but ultimately it's an oval rotation. Okay, everybody, so what I want to show you now is I've actually outlined the scissor kind of loosely on the plate, and I'm going to show you some things really interesting. When you're freehanding a scissor, you're basically turning the scissor like this. This is your rotating. Okay, you're using your nail as a fulcrum, and you're actually rotating the scissor as so. Okay, but notice it's a sweeping action that is always away from you, from the spine of the scissor to the cutting edge, but you're always rotating away from you. Okay, the ADEMS clamp mimics this almost perfectly. If you'll notice, I've got this set up like this. I'm on the spine right now, and when I rotate, I'm almost getting the same lateral movement as when I'm freehanding. Okay? Now I want to show you something very interesting. This is another clamp. It doesn't really matter whose clamp it is, but it's another clamp that's on the market. And what I want to do is I want to explain to you something that I was trying to explain on the video earlier called lateral movement. Okay? Now, lateral movement is very, very dangerous. But I also want to show you how this actually rotates. Remember, we were rotating away. Okay? Just like in freehanding, you're always rotating like this. With this clamp, to be able to convex the scissor, you're actually having to rotate this way, in towards you. But look at all of the lateral movement that I'm getting across the plate. I'm getting almost 1.25 inches of lateral movement from side to side, from the spine to the cutting edge, spine to the cutting edge, spine to the cutting edge. So what this also does is, instead of rotating this way, it's actually rotating this way. And these clamps, this type of clamping system is very, very dangerous. Almost every clamping system on the market rotates this way. It rotates this way. Now I'm a little bit loose here because there's no way for me to actually anchor this down, so I'm just kind of got it fixed here loosely, but this is your rotation. It's rotating this way. And that is, it's unnatural. It's counterproductive. And it's very hard to learn how to sharpen with this type of setup. But let me show you again. When freehanding, you're always rotating this way, away from you. This clamp over here rotates the scissor in like this, forcing the cutting edge down into the sandpaper, and instead of a sweeping motion away from you. This is a natural movement. This is not a natural movement. Okay? It's a big difference. Notice the ADEMS machine. It does the same thing as freehanding. It has it just rotates away. It's the same thing as freehanding. I hope this demonstration was helpful. When you are holding the scissor and clamp together, your rotating is always slightly oval, and this does have an impact on your sharpening. You see, it's an unnecessary movement that has to be monitored from one scissor to the next. And because all scissor blades are different in size and shape, the muscle memory in your hand has to take time to adapt to each scissor blade. With the ADEMS clamp, you're never actually touching the scissor blade at all. This means that when you're sharpening, you're only rotating the rings, and your muscle memory never has to adapt. It gets very used to rotating only the rings, and this translates into very accurate sharpening. Okay, moving on to the double clamp. This clamp is really quite fabulous. Not only can you do both right hand and left hand scissor blades without any setup changes other than changing for angle values, the real focus is on how effectively this clamp allows the sharpener to sharpen the blade, not only with accuracy, but how the clamp also mimics true freehand sharpening. In a demonstration that I'll be doing a little bit later on in this video, I will show why the ADEMS clamp promotes such minimal movements by promoting consistent accuracy, whereas other clamps promote unnecessary movements such as lateral sweep that hinders precision and accuracy. Thanks everybody for watching the video, and as we leave, I just want to show you a few more things that the ADEMS full drive evolution can do.